Okay, they heard it. So we're good. You gotta give us a break, folks. It's one of the early races of the tournament, so we're just getting started. So if we did get that whole intro in, we're gonna get started. I'm gonna let the runners know in the race room that they're ready to go, and let's get started. Any thoughts on what we're gonna see here, Conster?
I don't know, because I have not watched either of these, but I have a feeling, I just hope nobody falls into the pit.
Yeah, we did have that in the first race of this tournament. We're only one match in, and Sage Hero missed the balloon jump. If you don't know what the balloon jump is, welcome to Mega Man 4, everybody, and we will see that shortly. So, the race room is counted down. We're obviously waiting for the race sync up to catch up, and that's just the nature of the business. But we should be having some fun. If you've never seen Mega Man 4 before, it's notable. This is only the second game on the NES where you have the slide. It's the first game where they have this weird mechanic called charging the Mega Buster. So, very shortly, we'll get started. Your options at the start of the route, we have either Pharaoh first or Bright first. After that, things should be the same. The theme in Mega Man 4 is it's over in a flash, despite being the longest Mega Man game on the NES. Brightman and the Flash Stopper are going to just make things easy. So it does look like we're counting down, and here we go.
One is deciding to use Mega Man 4, and one using Rockman. And we have a route divergence already. Phil
going for the probably considered the more expert route of Pharaoh first. Again, not a huge difference. Phil going Bright first here and immediately making sure he gets that first jump. That jump at the beginning of Brightman stage, deceptively hard. So no shame there, making sure it happens. Lolo here coming up to the balloon jump. And this is one where, similar to the jump Phil just made, you either have to slide and make sure you are confident in getting over that edge, or just call rush. He's such a good boy.
Yeah, you just called the good boy.
So Lolo, it looks bad for Lolo's health, but it's fine. He's going to get a refill after grabbing this.
Yeah.
That is the balloon adapter. If you're familiar with Mega Man 2, that's basically item 1. It's going to make things nice and easy for later on. Phil, meanwhile, here in Brightman stage, going over the grasshoppers. I doubt Lolo's going to do the balloon trick here, so he's going to be doing the exact same thing in a few minutes.
Yeah, and grasshoppers, I think, have variations of how high they jump.
They do. They can either be fast and be done in 2 jumps, or they can be slow and it takes them 3 jumps. Phil got through it. And Phil now in this rough section here does get the little mini clip. That is surprisingly recommended just because that platform tends to really hate you if you try to jump up to it. Okay, he's past the abyss there. Brightman has that mechanic of things going dark. Lolo getting up to Pharaoh Man here. So, should we talk about Brightman first?
Yeah. So,
Brightman, go ahead.
You want to keep them under a certain interval. I can't remember what intervals you have to keep them at to avoid them flashing, but do you remember off the top of your head?
16, 8, and 4.
Okay,
Robot
16.
Masters have 28 hit points, so that full meter is 28. Whew. Oh, Phil, please! Please! My heart!
You already had me on the edge of the sea and we're only one robo in.
So Lolo's got Pharaoh Man right where he wants him. That's good. Phil's on the magic pixel. Lolo's not trying to get on it. That's fine. It's only a couple of seconds. So Brightman, again, you basically want to hit with a lemon early on to keep him off those values. Brightman will only freeze you on 16, 8, and 4 hit points remaining. And if you look at your 3 times table, 28 minus 1 you get on the 3s. You'll never hit those numbers. Brightman's very dangerous because every robot bastard not named Pharaoh Man will body you for 8 hit points, so you kind of want to avoid that. The shots do 4. That's what was really dangerous at the end of that fight.
Yeah,
so Phil's going to immediately reap the benefits of Flash Stopper. Freezing the scorpions on the sand. Constar, I should let you finish that point. You were probably going to
Well, you said exactly what I was about to say. But the one thing about Flash Stopper is the longer you're sliding, the longer it lasts.
Yeah. The strange thing about the way they implemented the Flash Stopper in this game, whoa, Lolo's scaring me here, is normally the Flash only lasts, I think it's about 4 seconds. Maybe not
like
even.
4 or 5 seconds. It's something ridiculously small.
Lolo going up, I think that's health. It's been a minute since I've been up that ladder.
Yeah, it's been, I'm like, is it an E-Tank?
If it was an E-Tank, we'd see a lot more people getting it.
E-Tanks?
So sliding will, for whatever reason, stop the timer for when enemies get unfrozen. So especially if you get like basically perfect slide chains, you can really extend the duration of that. And that's a theme we're going to see a lot later in this run. So Phil here, just, giving Pharaoh Man stage the business. Lolo's getting that health, taking a little time here, slow but steady, but about a half stage behind at this point. Lolo also not reaching for Pharaoh Shot, which we usually see here, but that's fine. Buster's going to do just fine, as we've already seen. Pharaoh Man we didn't talk about. Pharaoh Man likes to jump around and fire these charged Pharaoh Shots at you. There's no specific hit point values, like with Brightman, you just want to blast them, start blasting.
And not get hit.
Yeah. At best, you want to kind of get a lemon across the screen, get the so-called CF0 type of strat where you have a lemon going while you start charging. Save a couple of frames. Gets the magic pixel again. So, Lolo's... Oh, that is a scary jump.
Ooh!
But he made it. Yeah, like, it looks... And he's going to let these shots go. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I don't blame him because it looked like he was going to get it.
Oh my goodness! He made it!
Oh, Jesus!
So we'll see if Lolo pulls out Pharaoh Shot, and looks like he's going to. So Pharaoh Shot has this interesting mechanic where if the charge is over your head, you can connect with that, and it will do 3 damage and not use any weapon energy, so you basically can kind of half the amount of time it takes to charge up shots if you don't fire them too fast. Lolo probably wants to use a so-called lemon here to freeze, because now Brightman has 16 hit points left, so he's going to get shot for 4. Phil, meanwhile, using Balloon for the first vertical section of Ringman stage. It's a very vertical stage there, and it does good. And that was supposed to be a mid-boss, right? There it goes. Still a pretty standard Brightman fight from Lolo, even without getting the values there. Definitely just made short work of Brightman.
Yeah, and just Phil is just taking advantage and just rolling.
Indeed. That Spring King, I forget their names, is the only mid-boss in this stage you actually have to defeat. Phil here just shooting the hippo's platform out from under it and crashing through. And so, here we go.
Yeah, apparently that's a mini-boss, but not today.
Yeah. Lolo going to go with the backup strat despite having Balloon. Going to pull out Bright. Bright is very much the universal backup of this game. And if you don't have Balloon, you very much use Bright in a lot of these sections for this exact reason. You might not be able to go fast in terms of, taking damage and going fast up the screen, but you're going to freeze all the enemies and just have an easy time.
Yeah, when in doubt,
most of the time.
Right out.
It's true. So Phil either took a lot less damage or got some weapon refills, energy refills along the way, has a ton of health for Ringman. Typically this stage, when played at the top levels,
somewhere.
He must have, because that's way too much health. This stage, at the top levels, you will see like 2 hit points and no Pharaoh ammo left at the end, and it is routed that way. Certainly in a race scenario, you don't say no to health all the time. Again with the magic pixel,
I think
which
he got
we still haven't talked about.
He got the health right here.
Oh, that's right. He did get this health. underneath the bridge. That
And
still doesn't explain all the health he had.
He must have gotten a drop.
He must have. So we'll see what Lolo's strat here is. It takes 3 full charge buster shots to take out this thing.
Like, if you're trying
Nice.
to save a little bit of ammo going into Ringman, it's not a bad idea.
So I mean, here's the thing too. We got to remember, right? This tournament is for everybody. So all the skill levels. So Lolo probably pretty new to Mega Man 4 based on a lot of this, but the execution for what he's going for is spot on. Like he's hitting the strats he's going for, and I love that.
Yeah, for a first-time runner, you know, he's hitting what he needs to hit.
Yep. Except maybe shooting those idiots, but that's another story.
That's another story for another time.
So Phil is through the so-called lag room. This is the section of the stage where we do use Bright. Gets the drop from Eddie, still with Bright equipped. That's usually one you want to switch off just in case you get a weapon drop so you don't have to sit through a refill. We're going through the Crusher screen with the Buster, though. There are advanced strats here that use Ring. Obviously, a Crusher is going to crush you, so you might not want to do something you're not comfortable doing. Very nice. He's through. Lolo getting into Ringman with basically no health left. Again, this is a fight where you kind of want to learn it expecting to get here with no health. So I'm wondering if this is going to be an intentional death. Yes. That's fine. If you're not comfortable with that fight in low health, just don't even try. Plenty of Pharaoh ammo, though, so it should be pretty good here. Dustman on the left side of your screen. Weak to the ring boomerang. 7 hits to kill him. He's invincible while he sucks. Dustman sucks.
Yes, he does.
He's jumping around just wasting time. Well,
Wow.
at least he jumped back to the middle. Okay, Lolo using that health meter as much to its full extent, but taking care of Ringman on the other side. Ringman very weak to Pharaoh shot, especially when it's charged. But Ringman is devastating until you've got that pattern down. I highly recommend checking out Chelney's tutorial video for a lot of the strats for some of these runs, especially Ringman. Yeah, Ringman is the bane of a lot of Mega Man 4 players' existence until they learn the fight.
And unlike Mega Man 2 and 3, there are no zips except this one right here.
We'll see if Phil goes for it. Very nice.
Because this game decided if you're in a wall, you're dead. Unless you have iframes.
Yeah, they finally caught on to the fact that Mega Man in walls is a bad idea, although I think it's more that to get the Crushers to work in Dustman stage, they basically had to enable it anyway. Skullman, Loki, best song in Mega Man 4. Lolo, why? This is why it's the lag room? That's alright. We get to see the lag room in its full glory here. And this, for all the strats that this room has, I mean, this is why even with the strats, this room is generally very laggy. Oh my goodness, we're in a little trouble here. That was the checkpoint. And that's fine. Phil showing off Bright in Skullman there with just sliding through half the stage. Pretty good pace to have the music only looping as he gets into the boss corridor. Now, Skullman... Conster, you know my favorite Skullman fact.
Just stare him down.
Indeed. Skullman...
He doesn't do anything unless you do something.
He only reacts. So Phil's standing in the middle of the room again. Each Robot Master, we've mentioned the Magic Pixel a bunch. If you stand on it, instead of the usual Mega Man jumping high in the air and getting the weapon stuff sort of coming into him, you can kind of skip some of it. There's Bright. Let's go.
Ooh.
You basically save about 2 seconds every stage, so it's 16 seconds across the run, and possibly more if you can get a little extra out of it in Dive and Pharaoh Man stage. The only stages where you can jump to the middle of the screen. The Almond Boost. Taking damage off the fish while falling down so that you can slide through the Met with the iframes.
The Mets?
So, let's go Mets! So, Lolo here navigating the Crusher section. Crusher obviously is, like, terrifying. But it's not as terrifying as it may seem. It's definitely...
I don't blame him for doing what he's doing.
I don't either. But it is a section where you kind of do have to, at some point, decide you're going to go. Like, I fully agree. Right? It's scary looking. But there's a lot in Mega Man 4 that doesn't actually crush you. Mega Man's quite squishy in this game. I believe one tile will not crush you if you have... Not that an individual tile can't do it, but if you have a tile of space at Mega Man's feet, he'll be fine. The slide height for Mega Man is just minuscule. You can slide through a lot more than you think. There goes the whale of attachment? I don't know. Yeah. You normally want to slide through that last mine just so you have enough iframes to get past the spikes, so good on Phil for jumping and staying low enough on the screen to not get spiked. Lolo, in classic speedrun tournament raced fashion, getting the bad RNG against the boss while losing. The strat you typically want to do there against Dustman, if you have the health to do it, because again, everything bodies you for 8 in this game, is shoot the ring into him, then slide into him, get bodied, so that the ring will come back and hit him on the other side. So Phil going for the magic pixel. So it isn't quite on the pixel there.
Just defeated Drill Man.
That was Drill Man, that's true. It said Dive Man on the screen, but it's Drill Man. We're going to continue to say that was Drill Man because he spins and drills through the water. And our next boss, who's named Drill Man, dives under the earth. I promise you by the time this tournament is over, you will all be very tired of that joke, and I am not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
No, I'm not even sorry I'm not sorry. I'm just not sorry.
Okay, so Lolo, I guess, doesn't feel
not going for the zip.
And
so, yeah. One thing with this game too, like if you're using a balloon in Skull stage to go for the zip, like the amount of time it takes to set up the zip and do everything else, you basically need to do all the other balloon strats to make up that time. So your next best bet is actually, again, Bright. Surprise, I know. Everything in this game, the backup strat is Bright. Phil, still using Bright. Next stage, we're going to see Bright. Stage after that, it's a fortress stage. We don't get weapon energy back at the end, so I lied. The backup for Cossack 1 is Bright. But that's it. So, he got this screen. Very nice. I think he got a Bright refill for whatever it's worth.
Yeah, he did.
So, yeah. This screen in Skull for Lolo is where you would want to pull out Bright. Just because these enemies, the big orange face enemies can't be shot from behind. Unless Bright is active. For some reason, it just negates their shield. Same with the Skull Joes. You either need a full charge shot, excuse me, here, or 3 lemons from Bright will take them out. Otherwise, they just collapse, which, you know, it's great until they stand up. So I'm not surprised he's going to grab the health up here. There's a lot of it. That's fine.
I never really looked at their animation when they get back up.
Yeah, you know, it's not easy falling apart and putting yourself back together like that. You know, speaking from experience, reattaching your head, not the easiest thing to do sometimes, especially after everything collapses. Yeah. There's Dive Man, diving again. He's named Drill Man, but we call him Dive Man. Every time he dives, it's 4 seconds lost. Except the very first one, which is scripted. You will always do that. 1 hit point. You love to see it. Lolo here. This is going to be tight. Nice!
Ooh, with 1 grain of rice left.
We're in there. Of course, it's a Mega Man game, so you want to be in the middle of the screen. You want the Robot Master to actually also be in the middle of the screen. Lolo probably just happy to still be alive. Mega Man 4, notably, I love that this is like the one Mega Man game. You get Rush Jet after Robot 7, and it's like, yeah, that's nice, I guess. It's like the latest you ever get Rush Jet in one of these runs. So, everyone's favorite fun fact about Toadman is that Nintendo Power, GamePro, all of the magazines and guides of the day said, go to Toadman first. Toadman, very easy boss. This stage is horrible. That rain is pushing left because you will be pushed back by it in jumps. There's lots of flying enemies anywhere, and if you don't have Brightman's weapon here, this is just a giant mess.
Yeah, it's not fun without Bright.
And of course, Brightman himself weak to Toadman's weapon, so have fun with that. I believe Lolo slid too far onto the spikes. That game over is probably a good thing. Specifically because you get all that bright ammo back. By the way, Phil just passed by a snail. I know you didn't get a good look at it, so we're going to get another one in a couple of screens.
And here's another one. So, weird thing about that second one. If you die, you do not want to press bright as soon as you enter, because I think you soft lock, if memory serves.
First frame you can bright on that screen, the second time through you will soft lock. That is absolutely true. Both these runners kind of in a water stage as well, worth noting. In Mega Man 4, and then again in 5 and 6, you cannot jump out of a slide if there is a foreground tile, such as water or a ladder. It's weird. We don't like it. So, both of them having to be a little careful here. So Phil done with his 8 robots just about at 20 minutes. Lolo... It may very well be that Lolo is not aware you can't jump out of a slide underwater.
So, what is your favorite way of mashing those whales down, Mr. Cab?
Not with my teeth. My name is not Prissy.
Yes, my name is not Prissy. But I will admit, it is very interesting.
I think Stableton, another Mega Man runner out there in chat, agreeing with us. We're not Prissy. The teeth mash is strong. Please don't teeth mash unless you know absolutely what you're doing. We like our teeth. We don't want to send you to the dentist.
Yeah, we don't want dentures.
So, Phil, in the villain of this series is this game's castle, Dr. Cossack, the nefarious Dr. Cossack. Chat will pretend to believe us for the next 5 minutes that Dr. Wily is not in this game.
And there's an E-tank to the left.
Phil getting the free tank on the left side there of Cossack 1. A lot of people don't realize it's there. It takes about 3 seconds to get it. Lolo getting bailed out by Eddie, getting some more bright ammo. Love to see it.
Eddie's been bailing them out.
Eddie wants to see a race.
Eddie's been a complete bro this race.
Oh, that's Lolo jumping underneath the thing. Oh my goodness. He made it. So Phil, I did say that Bright was the backup for this screen. The top runners, you're going to see them go through this with Buster. That one got shot by the Lemon without Bright active, and it did that. Despawning the Skull Joe there. So actually, probably without using the balloons or anything, might actually be faster to despawn it.
Ooh!
You know, Lolo, the Dive Man stage of all the stages in this game is one where I think you are very likely to get killed by just damage overall. Oh, Phil's in a pickle here. So he's going to go over the top here. The intended way you can see here for doing this is just silly. To do the fall off the ladder trick.
Or you could use Rush Jet.
Rush Jet would be the next best thing to do. He does get a balloon refill out of it for his trouble, so that's nice. Lolo has to use the rest of his Bright, but does take out the whale. Opts to wait on the screen.
Time to take out the moth.
To make sure you can switch out. The moth here, the ring has 1 pixel, the hitbox is 1 pixel. So this is a little bit of a mess. Okay, get out of the way of that mine. Lolo getting past the next to last screen. Nice, nice. So Lolo going to fight Dive Man, or I mean Drill Man. I mean, who cares anymore, man? Skull Barrier is the weakness here. You get a lot of it. It's a shield weapon that can't fire anywhere, so it's a scary weapon to use. Next best thing for Drill Man, Dive Man, is the Mega Buster and the Dust Crusher.
It's like Leaf Shield, but you can... I think you can keep walking with it.
That is true. So
it's a better version of Leaf Shield.
Not a bad fight from Lolo there. So Phil's going to go for the balloon strat here. This is quite obviously, if you're familiar with the series in general, a Rush Jet screen where you're supposed to use Rush Jet, but Rush, as much as we love him, is a little slow. And worse, menuing is slower on the NES, so we get a lot of just sliding across those spikes. Of course, Phil's going to get here. He's going to switch to Rush Jet anyway, which is just fine. These screens are kind of interesting when you start mixing strats and, like, what is the timing? What is the best strat to do? And honestly, it's one of those situations where if you're learning the run, if you're not comfortable with one strat, just do what's going to get you to the next screen.
Yeah, just
because otherwise you'll be in trouble anyway.
Just do whatever keeps...
Oh no!
Oh no!
So Balloon will crush you if you're sliding in this game. Kind of like Item 1 in Mega Man 2, if you're standing on it, it eventually says, oh, I don't want to crush Mega Man, and it will just kind of stop. But if you're sliding, it doesn't do that, and by the time Mega Man stands up, his head is in the ceiling, and the game's just like, well, I guess you're getting crushed, bye. The Skull Man Zip
doesn't know what to do with you, and it just defaults to crushing you.
The Skull Man Zip works for that because you're in iframes, and then it's like, well, I can't kill him, he's in iframes, and then it zips you. So that happened. Unfortunate death, but just one of those weird things that can happen in this game. So this is Square Machine. Square Machine will always progressively get slower until you hit this third and final slow speed. You want to see 1 by 1 in terms of like how many passes, because he always has to get to this point where he's actually vulnerable. When he hit the red eye at the top 7 times with the Dust Crush. 3 by 2, that's actually average. That's the most common pattern. Everybody wants to get to a point in this game where you can't PB without a 1 by 1, and then you'll just be sad, but you'll have a very good time. So Lolo is standing around here waiting for Bright to run out. That jump looks scary, but he made it. Wanting to get enemies frozen again and not have anything weird happen in the middle of that jump. That's just fine. Lolo using the E-Tank. Didn't see where that E-Tank came from, but good to see it. Must have been from Eddie. It's gotta be Eddie. Well, this is Drill Man stage. There are some easy to get E-Tanks in Drill Man stage. We might have just missed it.
Yeah,
in the auto-scroller with Mega Man 4 song.
Where you can just rush coil off of.
Right.
I love this track right here on Phil's side.
So this is a Mega Man game on the NES. So in the castle stages, you don't get your weapon energy back between stages. If you're not familiar with the Mega Man series, that's a running theme for a lot of the games. So weapon energy management becomes very important. There's a lot of different strats that are kind of put together for when do you refill ring, when do you refill dust. And we see Phil here just refilling everything in the stage, which is just fine.
Did he die at Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah, I think the frustration is starting to get to Lolo, and that's fine. Honestly, I'd rather somebody come out and put themselves out there than we just want to see new runners, and you can't get more runners in tournaments without having people come out there. So we might be giving some GGs to Lolo very soon. Otherwise, get the hype and the energy out there for him.
I believe in you, Lolo. I believe.
And with Phil, we'll just be playing out the video game.
Maybe Lolo's just taking a breather.
Now Lolo is clicked the forfeit button. We'll leave things open in the race room for a while.
Clicked it.
Yeah. And like I said, Phil doing the backwards air moonwalk. I love it. Phil in chat saying some things that has me wondering what's going to happen in this fight. These are the cockroach twins, and again, we're using this Pharaoh mechanic. Okay. The safe way, of course, stay sort of closer to the middle, stay centered, shoot this thing wherever it goes. Oh no! No! Somebody clip that, please. Somebody clip that. Nerves of steel.
He knew exactly what he had to do.
It is hard to get out of there. Somebody clip that, please. Oh my goodness. All right, so Concert, walk us through Wily 4. Wily 4? Who's Dr. Wily? He's not Doctor. Not in this game. Walk us through
Doctor.
Cossack
Not
4.
in this game.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna get up to here. We're going to either balloon or rush coil up there. Just knock out that wall and you skip half the stage.
Mm-hmm. It's a little tricky to get up there. Coil and balloon both work pretty well. A little harder to use balloon. So you see a lot of people use coil. The big thing there, of course, coil has a little animation of Rush happy with his spring that you want to skip by selecting balloon. I'm not joking that you want to save those 2 or 3 seconds. Nothing wrong with using coil. It's obviously the backup anyway. You just lose that time. That's fine.
Yeah, and is he gonna do the strat?
I think we're going to see the strat here. Phil is a little licensed to mess around if he wants to, but I think we're going to see a legit practice run here. Dr. Cossack and the Cossack Catcher here. Everyone's favorite crane game, and I forget which comic had that in it, and I love it. Every time Mega Man slides... Well, no, there was a comic, it wasn't an Archie one, where Mega Man had to get something out of a crane machine for some reason, like an actual legit arcade crane machine. And he turned around and asked Dr. Cossack for help, and he said, "Finally, I was made for this." And he goes to it, and everybody has the anime swept drop over the back of their head. Oh my god, it's Wily!
It was Wily all along.
I have to do that at least once per tournament, so let's get it out of the way. The best eyebrows in gaming. Another chap that has to say, it's Dr. Wily. Oh, Mega Man 8, we can't quit you. So, Wily 1 here. Fun stage because it's all about the Mets. Every enemy in the stage is a little robot with a yellow helmet. Orange helmet? I guess it depends on the stage.
I think it's yellow.
I think it's yellow. It's got a little bit of that tint, but so Wily 1 gets to be it's gold. There you go.
Do
the
not
stage.
use Rush Marine here.
Oh, you don't use Rush Marine. It's weird because it's like the one castle stage with water in it. So you'd think, yeah, let's get Rush Marine out.
Oh, Rush Marine.
Does not fit between the spikes. So yes, using Rush Jet here. A little bit of practice to get the timing down for when to jump onto Rush. You can use backwards, I should say. Because if you're jetting left, you want to hold right. And it will slow Jet down. Getting the free tank. That's a really nice E-tank grab. Can I compliment that?
Yes. And
it's a nice E-tank grab.
We are going to use Rain. No, not Rain.
Yeah, Ring. Oh, Ring.
Big Daddy Met.
Big Daddy Met. Relay Team mascot, Big Daddy Met, as seen in Mega Man ZX. Ooh. Getting bodied here.
Is there any other game that has Big Daddy Met?
Oh no. Find that E-Tank. Mega Man ZX and Mega Man 4, I think, have the giant Met. I think they're the only two. No safer way to ensure you don't ever get hit again in a fight than by using an E-Tank.
Use 1-800 E-Tanks.
Unlike the next stage, which is the 1-800 R-Jet stage. I like to joke around that every Mega Man game has that stage where you just pull out Rush Jet and never put it away.
1-800
this is that stage. Make the call. Use Rush Jet. So we do see. Well, you don't kill these enemies usually. You just kind of go past them. You do kill the worms though.
The worm.
And it's after this that we kind of get to. I mean, it's all but a required Rush Jet jump here. And don't hold up on that ladder. Rush Jet has a way of pulling Mega Man off the ladder if you just kind of hold up. It's weird. Everybody's done it once and said, what? And then you fall in the pit and don't do it ever again.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just, again, because the way pausing wastes time in an NES Mega Man game, you want to just get Rush Jet out, keep it out. You have the Buster with Rush, so use the Buster.
And if you get hit while you have Rush Jet, he moves to where you're at.
It's true. Right there, little known thing, like one of the little things. You summon Rush while looking left, and you look right before Rush sort of forms up, and Rush will go to the right, even though he was summoned on your left, and that makes that jump very easy. Otherwise, I think you have like one frame to make a jump off of Rush if he goes left.
Time to use Toad, and Toad knocks out this guy's iframe, so we can just sit in him. No,
Toad doesn't do that. Toad does a point of damage so that it fills up his life meter faster. Drill knocks out the hitbox. You want to hit the top, like that, where that green gem is with Drill. If you can hit just the bottom, and the top will stay intact.
I remember doing this at a local game store one time, and nobody knew what was going on.
All I did at that local game store was leave Yoshi clipped into the Forest Evolution 2 floor, but that's another story.
That's a story for another time.
We will see that life meter trick again, because we know that Mega Man 4 life meters are a joy to sit here and talk about. It's probably why this game has a 36 record, whereas all the other NES Mega Man games are shorter. Just the life meters alone. Literally add a year to this game's time.
Yeah, and Drill took me a while to actually learn that if you press B, it will detonate.
Yeah, we're gonna see some drill bomb tech at the end of this stage. But it is a Mega Man game. We are legally required to fight the 8 robots again. It's in the contract.
I didn't get this contract. What contract
No.
are you speaking about?
It's figurative. It's satire. Don't worry about it. So, Mega Man 4 is actually one of my favorite refights. Along with Mega Man 3, it kind of has this thing where you actually use alternate weapons on bosses, whereas in like later Mega Man games, they typically don't have a soft weakness to exploit in any capacity. Pharaoh's weakness is Bright. Dust does 2 points of damage though, and again, because we don't want a menu, we don't want to change weapons, we're going to fight the weapon that Dust actually works against second. It's also kind of funny in the case of Pharaoh specifically, it's not just the weapon swap, that's actually the fastest way to fight Pharaoh. His weakness is very slow to use. It's very effective, but very slow. And we're going to immediately go and use another weapon against two robots. A Skull Barrier against Drill. I actually said Drill, that's funny. That was not simple. Skull is Brightman's soft weakness, so every hit's going to do 2. And again, right, we want to stay off of some specific values. We want to hit Brightman either 3 or 5 times, not 4 times, before we use Toad as actual weakness. And we use 1 Toad against Taco Trash on the previous stage. We used 5 Toads there because we got 5 Skull Barriers off. It turns out you can hit Drill while Drill is diving for 1 damage. And if you remember this fight earlier, there was 1 hit point left. So there's the 1. Because the dive missile only does 3 points of damage. Dive missile, earning its moniker there of the drunken missile.
Go home, missile, you're drunk.
Oh, man. Be responsible, everybody. But unlike that missile.
Be responsible with your missiles.
Be responsible with those missiles, indeed. After that, like, nice little chain of using weapons against, like, more than 1 robot, now we kind of get the last 3 where we just kind of hit them. We are going to at least end on Ring, well, using Ring, I should say. Ring the robot is next. Because Wily Machine, Phase 1, spoilers, weak to Ring. Pharaoh fight is slightly different because we can't charge going to the room. Every other version of this fight, and by that I mean, his stage, you can hold B going through the Robot Master Gate. You'll get that 1 frame of movement which you use to be holding B and start charging. Can't do that with a teleporter. So the fight's slightly different. So here's Dustman, Destroyer of PBs. There is a newer route that barely saves time, but it does exist. It actually starts with Dust, having refilled the Ring Boomerang on the way into this room, so it's still on Ring. Favorite sound is the dink in this game?
Dink. It's like nails on a chalkboard.
No, I'd rather have I'd rather have this than the nails. So with 1 point of damage left, we're going to use Drill. We're going to use Drill, which does damage, which again refills that meter. It did look like that first Drill Bomb did 8 points of damage. It still only did 4, it's just that the first 4 didn't actually come off yet. Lag City. So yeah, Taco Trash and Wily Machine are unfortunately the only 2 bosses where we can kind of take advantage of the fact that doing damage to Phase 2 will make the life meter fill up fast. Final stage. So the final stage here, this is the last game in the series where Capcom decided you must have a specific weapon to fight Wily. So they did at least wise up to they needed respawnable enemies to be able to refill your weapon. but that's why we were filling up Pharaoh as we went. So we're just looking out here for where is the capsule? This is actually the first Wily capsule, but that's time. No double hits, but that is time. 43:09. I want to say Phil has a 42, so getting a 43 basically even, pretty good in a race. Especially with that awkward slide death in Cossack 2. Being the only thing setting him back, Phil just having a really good race. And we are being joined by Phil here in the booth. Congratulations, sir.
What the hell happened? I don't know. Like that Wily 3 or Cossack 3 death or 2, whichever one it was. When I got squished. Like I didn't expect that.
Yeah. So in
I knew it was
game,
possible because in Skullman you can get squished if you don't do the zip properly.
Anytime a balloon pushes you up against the ceiling, if you're sliding, pretty much as soon as the balloon despawns, Mega Man stands up, has his head in the ceiling, and the game says that's not right and kills him. You can do that in basically any stage. It's just that there you had such a small window to do it, sliding under there. But yeah, that can happen.
I thought it would have been gone at that point after I grabbed the health, but I guess not. And then after a drill man, it just everything collapsed in my brain because I lost like 30 seconds there.
I still think the cockroach twin save was that happened.
Yeah, I don't know. First of all, I don't know how I fell. Second off, I don't know how I killed him when on the ground. And thirdly, I had the mental capacity to still switch to balloon. And first, I also didn't run out of health because I was like 2 health left because I took contact damage from it.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but that was good wherewithal to stick with it. We have Lolo here as well. GG Lolo.
Sorry, I couldn't find my unmute mic. Thank you.
It's okay.
GG as well, Phil. GG's.
I think we might have lost Phil for a second there.
But
okay.
So Lolo, you don't have to tell me the answer. What was your PB coming in?
58. I was in Canada for a while. I didn't have much time to practice. I'm back in Peru, and these last few days I've just had the sleeping pattern out of whack. So I couldn't bring down my PB as much as I would have liked. But it's fine. I still want to compete because it's for the show. So
no, yeah, that's fine. Concert and I were talking that everything you were going for, it felt like you were getting until we got into the later stages. So
yeah, I think
it wasn't the fastest step, but you were executing, and that's great.
I think things were going normally until Dive Man, and then Dive Man, everything just fell apart basically.
Yeah, Dive Man, not the easiest stage. That's not
at all.
Yeah.
The hardest for me is actually Ring Man, which actually went pretty well this time. So yeah, I'm not too upset about that. Ring Man, I killed myself. I'm sure you noticed, but I killed myself on purpose on Ring Man because I didn't have the confidence to kill him with my current health. So
I think you walked in there with like 1 HP. I would have done.
Yeah, I didn't have the confidence at all. He probably would have killed me anyways, even if I didn't go for it purposely. So yeah, I just didn't have the confidence to kill him with my current health, so I just did that. I just killed myself, which in the end did cost me the actual race. Like I wasn't gonna win anyways, but like I could have at least gone a little bit further than I did it, because that life actually ended up costing me a lot more than I thought. It got me a game over basically. So
no, I mean that's good. I'm looking forward to see what happens in the next round. If you have a chance to keep at it, great. If not, thanks for joining. Otherwise, I love seeing new runners.
I'm gonna keep racing. I'm gonna keep lowering my time for sure.
Mm-hmm. So
normally, I like Mega Man is. I run 2 Mega Man games. This one, my 4th is actually 2. But my 14 in general is actually the Sonic series. But I like Mega Man to run as well. So 4 has been a lot of fun to run. I just haven't had the time to bring it down as much as I would have liked. But yeah, hopefully I can bring it down in the next few days.
Well, I think you'll have a little time to practice. Your
sure.
next race will be against the loser of Mellow Flows and Guy Next Door.
Sounds
Both
good.
pretty good Mega Man runners. Mellow, kind of a veteran of these tournaments at this point. Guy Next Door feels up and coming, but like I've seen him for a couple of years now at GDQ. Man, we're all getting older. What happened?
Life.
I know, right? Phil, you get Hypa in the next round.
Oh, fun.
The
Like a
two-seed
low
here.
37 versus my 42. That's gonna be I'll bring
Hey,
the
just-
entertainment again.
Slow and steady, man. Slow and steady. I think you fix that that Cossack too, and maybe it gets lower than a 42.
Yeah, I was like, literally, what killed that run was Drillman, because I was like minus 17 out of Skull because I got like really good, and I don't have the zip in my PB because I didn't feel like dying there a million times. So
You got this. You both got this. So we did get the links to the runner streams out there in chat. If you're watching this on YouTube later, it's twitch.tv/propeace with an underscore at the end for Phil, and twitch.tv/elkhoundov for Lolo. Follow them both. We can't have these silly races and tournaments without runners like them. We got the link to the bracket out there. If you want to follow Concert and myself, we'll put our links out there too. I think we have our names on screen, like the channel. I forget what the numbers are. I'm sorry, Conster, say something.
I'm here. But you all should play some Mega Man.
Oh man, yeah. I got the stream back up, so yeah, it's spelled like it is on the screen for Conster and Mr. Cab. Come follow us on the Twitch. Check out the leaderboards at megamanleaderboards.net. You can join the Discord from there. We'd love to have new runners.
I guess our next
Follow
race...
Speed Gaming as well, because they let us,
Yes.
take their channel up with this ridiculous video
Follow
with video
all
games.
the network Speed Gaming channel. But our next race is on Thursday, 2 days from now. It is the guy in the booth with me versus Cyan.
the guy
Mr.
with
Cab
the hat.
against Signin. I'm not sure how I ended up in the top half of this bracket, but let's make something happen.
And then the next match is the other guy in the booth
Oh my goodness.
versus Tempest Mask.
Conster
On
against
Sunday.
Tempest Mask. So the Mr. Cab race is 7 against 10 in this bracket of 18 people. Conster, you're the 16 against 17 race for the right to face RL at the top of the bracket. Good luck, sir. You got this. You got this.
I got this.
Cab, if you throw, we could race, because if I lose to Hypa, then I face the loser of you versus Sinan.
Oh man.
So if you throw,
Throwing on
you wanna-
purpose.
we could have a showdown in the bonus bracket.
I'm sorry. I picked myself to win winners bracket. I'll make it happen somehow. But I think we're gonna get out of here. Don't forget to follow Speed Gaming and its collection of networks. Speed Gaming 1, Speed Gaming. You're watching it. Speed Gaming 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I believe we still have the foreign language channels out there as well with Speed Gaming Espanol. We love, we need viewers like you to keep these shows going. I'm going to start getting out of the way because otherwise I'm just going to keep talking. So, Conster, any final thoughts?
Nope. Let's
Okay.
throw it on over to the Speed Game, whatever's going on.
Let's get over there. One of these boxes says finish the race, I think. And I'm going to find it. And then we'll get out of here. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good night.
Good night.
Stay tuned for more Speed Gaming.